things you said before we came on the show, that this issue should be sorted out before
the league starts, so that the processes of appeal.
These conditions LFC say is requirement. But when we are talking about the club licensing system, that if they start that now,
nobody will make it.
Nobody.
Anyway, I think this is a challenge. I mean, as we wrap up this discussion, I think this is a challenge for Nigerian football. Onye Wutuwachuku hinted around it. In the past, in the last couple of months, the judicial system put in place for football to seek redress for those who are aggrieved has not been effective. Appeals don't sit. A good example, I mean, was you talked about Akin Bobola. The appeal never met. Instead of the appeal to meet, it was being suspended and all of that. Ogunjobi is another one. Appeal to look into his case. Absolutely. Up till now, appeal cannot meet. When you have things like this as precedents, people do not believe in the football judicial system to get their grievances addressed. And so they go to civil courts. Absolutely. And I think the challenge for Nigerian football is, look, let us strengthen the football judicial process so that it can be effective and it can dish out judgment freely and fairly. Until that happens, we're going to be having cases like this of people going to civil courts as first option. And I think it doesn't all go well for our football. But we will sit around all of this and tomorrow probably get more information about it. Maybe at that time the LMC will have been served and they will have an idea of what is going on. But the statement from the LMC, just to wrap up this discussion, is that they are not aware of it. To them, this is a rumor, and so the league is not stopping. Nobody is stopping the league. Things are as they are until maybe tomorrow if they get served that notice. But let's bring you into all of this because we need to hear from you. I mean, if you have some kind of legal training and you can explain what is going on, you can be of help to us on Sports Tonight. Take advantage of our feedback platforms and please talk to us. We want you to give us your own thoughts around all of these issues. Our platforms are very effective. They are very powerful. They are quick. On Facebook, channels, iPhone Sports, and even on Twitter, it's a lot quicker. Our channels _sports, and of course, our Tony Ibitoye. Tweet us at those handles. Tell us what you feel about this latest development and what the implication is of all of this for league football in Nigeria. What do you think about the courts, the LMC, GIWA, and all of what is going on, the football judicial process? How effective has it been? What is the way forward? We'd like to hear from you. Talk to us using those platforms, and we'll be able to read your comments real time as we get along on Sports Tonight. All right? So we'll go on a quick break. By the time we're back from the break, we'll make a quick change. Dumnojo Konta will excuse us. Tunde Koiki will walk in, and we'll take a look at some other issues on Sports Tonight. Join us again. Thank you for staying with us. It's time for us to move on Sports Tonight, and we've made a quick change. Tunde Koiki has walked in, and he joins us on Sports Tonight. Tunde, good to have you join us on Sports Tonight. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Yeah. And by the way, I think Funky Digi has to be the first season ticket holder in the history of Nigerian football.
You never know. You never know.
Let's not go into that. Let's not go into that.
I didn't know Nigerian clubs sold season tickets.
We deliberately left that. Let's not go into
Let's not go into this. Season ticket holder for GIWA. Let's not go into it. But it's a private club, and there could be a liking for the club, and he feels that's the best way he can support at the club. But those are issues that we'll look at in details because they're very interesting times indeed. But Oye, let me come to you. The league goes on according to the league management company. They've assured us that so far what they have is just a rumor around all of this court judgment. By the time they are served, maybe tomorrow, and they see the content of the order, maybe we'll have a clearer picture of what we're having. Maybe GIWA reinstated or the league stopping, whatever it is. But so far, the LMC says this is just a rumor and the league goes on. And of particular interest to us, tomorrow in the Globe Premier League, there are 3 big games, interesting games. One will be taking place in Akure, another one will be taking place in Warri, another one will be taking place in Sapele. And it doesn't get bigger than Sunshine in Yimba, Warri Wolves, El Kanemi, Bayelsa United against Sharks. Let me start with Sunshine in Yimba. Yimba, I mean, still smarting from the embarrassing ouster from the CAF Champions League, want to go the entire season unbeaten.
Well, Tony, I don't know what you mean. I think there's
I think they want to go the season.
I think there's a smack of mischief in what you said. I think there's a smack of mischief.
I said Enyimba said
A team has been bundled out of the CAF Champions
yes,
League.
and they are so angry.
They have started on a losing note.
No, but they went away to beat Real Bamako.
It was not enough. They lost it in
that's why they said that it is that spirit with which they beat
Real
Bamako.
That was the continent.
Okay, they want to transfer
the aggression.
The aggression.
No more complacency. They want to be beating everybody home and away from week 1. So that by the time we are in week 19, they've won the league.
No, football is not magic. Football is not magic. You see,
but on the more serious note, that's a big game tomorrow.
Yes. You see, the problem Enyimba had was that they brought in a new coach, and the coach came with some players.
Okay.
He's a good coach. You cannot judge Zachary Baraji from what happened in the CAF Champions League. He has proved himself. But the coach is not a magician. You need time to pass your philosophy across to the players. And that was what happened. Perhaps he has not, he doesn't understand some of the players. So going to understand him. Going to Sunshine Stars, take your mind back to the last time they went to Akure. It was 2-0. In fact, it was an anticlimax. I've never seen.
Towards the end of the season.
Towards the end of the season, Enyimba played so poorly. So Sunshine will also fancy their chances against Enyimba. Let's see if they'll be able to pick up, the pieces of what happened to them in Bamako. But for me, they still need time, to gel as a team. The man will need time to mold these players, to know them, come up with a pattern.
And that is why I think Enyimba might not do too well in the league this season, because the coach that did really well with them last season, our good friend Salisu Yusuf, has moved somewhere else. And like Oyin rightly said, hold on, like
at the Super 4.
Yeah, I mean, you can, that is still, in my own opinion, that was a one-off. Okay, because these players, this man brought in. He came with a certain set of players. Absolutely. He comes with a different mentality. If a coach likes to play possession football, another one likes to play long ball, there's a clash in styles and philosophy. If another coach likes to play a 4-2-3-1, and another one likes to play a 3-5-2, there's a clash in tactics that these players are not used to. So it takes time into getting into the groove, and you cannot be doing this kind of experiments within the season, because it will take time for you to hit top gear.
Of all the teams in this season, Enyimba have had the best preparation.
Because
we were anticipating the continent.
The preparation we're talking about, because the other teams were poor.
And if you call that best preparation, then why are they not in the last 16?
Anyway, let's move on. But don't forget that game, Sunshine against Enyimba. Other fixtures. Warri will also be hosting El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri in Warri. Warri will be still basking in the euphoria of qualifying for the next round of the CAF Confederations Cup. Will be welcoming El Kanemi. And then Bayelsa United against Sharks of Port Harcourt is a massive South-South derby that will be played in Sapele. Bayelsa, Yenagoa doesn't have a good stadium yet. And so Bayelsa United are playing their games in Sapele. That was where they played their CAF Confederations Cup game, and that's why they'll be hosting Sharks of Port Harcourt tomorrow. Let's talk quickly about Sharks of Port Harcourt. Gbenga Agumbote last season joined the club when they were rock bottom, destined to go down. He was able to turn things around. They finished in the top half of the table, and this season he says he wants to do one better. Maybe play continental football, get a ticket to play on the continent.
He needs to consolidate. He took over Sharks after Guavon left, and they were swimming in relegation waters. He took them, to a decent position. So one expects that he should consolidate, because it's still the same team. He could have brought in, I think he brought in Ajani Ibrahim from Sunshine Stars.
Yeah, that's Ajani in jersey number 8. Those are the players unveiled and their new jerseys. Yeah. Everybody, this is the season of unveiling of jerseys. And you can see Danladi Issa,